Have a really cool video in store for you today. If you saw my previous video, notice that I did a paint correction using just Harbor Freight products, using in particularly the Bauer 20mm Orbit polisher. One of the biggest complaints that I had with it is that it was not very balanced. It runs very rough. So we're going to see if we can change that today by changing the grease in the head and changing the backing plate. So I'm going to show you some before and afters here, and we'll see. They compare to the Rupes LHR 15 or the LHR 21 Bigfoot polisher. For this case, I'm going to use the 21 right here. And it has a 5-inch backing pad, but it normally comes with a 6-inch. It's pretty common that guys do that because, you know, my personal preference and my wife here in the shop, we don't like using the 6-inch pads. We like using the 5-inch. You can get a little bit closer in tighter areas. So that being said, we're going to do a before here. Going to run them in low speed and high speed, and I'm going to show you the vibration difference. So this is the Bauer. Has a 6-inch backing plate. It has some spacing between the backing plate and the guard, and so it does spin freely. It doesn't have a lot of gear noise, which I was surprised. Some other polishers, some lower end polishers that I've used, the gears, they don't mesh very well, and they have a whole lot of just high-pitched whirring and whining, grinding noise. So when you run it here, this is on speed 1. And you can see my hands. It vibrates a pretty significant amount, and you turn it up to the fastest speed and it's even worse. So it does a lot of vibration. So this is a Rupes Bigfoot 21 Mark III, manufactured in December of 2018. And it also has some vibration. I'd almost say with no load, it almost feels like there's more vibration. It does not have a washer mod, and you can see that the backing plate does not spin freely. The Rupes will tell you the tool is designed for a 6-inch pad, a 6-inch backing plate, so that's what you want to use with this. We change all of ours to the 5-inch. We have a yellow pad from Rupes and a yellow pad from Bauer on each of these. This is a 6-inch pad and a 7-inch pad for the 5 and the 6-inch backing plates. I'm going to show you the difference. You can hear the noise too. I'm wearing a microphone on my chest for sound reference here. So here's speed 1 with one hand. I'm applying medium pressure, and so if you use it two-handed, very smooth. You can go up to high speed. You can see it's walking a little bit. Put a little pressure on it. Super smooth in your hands. It doesn't have a lot of excessive vibration. So we go to the Bauer. This is on minimum. So there's one, and it shakes in your hand a lot more. You can hear it on the workspace here. So you put any kind of pressure on it, and the vibration gets even worse. I don't know if you can see my hand vibrating here. I'll try to hold it. So we'll go up to speed 6, and you can see it. It's significantly more. So we're going to see what we can do to change that. Let's see if we can improve it and make this as good or better than the Rupes, which is the professional tool. So we can check and see how well they're balanced. I have a 2x4 here, and to where the tool is pretty balanced, kind of right there. So let's check the Bauer. I'm going to take the backing or the pad off of that. Oh, sorry about that. So if we go in the same spot, let me take the tension off the cord here. So it's way further forward. I can't even get it to balance on here, but it's significantly further forward than the Rupes, which tells you that there's a lot more weight up here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get some Lucas white lithium grease, and we're going to put it in the head of this. We're going to take the old grease out as best we can, put some high quality lithium grease in it, as well as a 5-inch backing plate. See if that changes how things are. Okay, so I had to take the top off by taking off these 2 screws, plastic screws. That slid forward, and after having everything out, you can walk it right off, and there you go. Good old typical Chinese grease that you see. Machined gears. So let's we'll go ahead and get all the grease out of that, and then we'll put the good stuff in. So there's what we're left with. Tried to get the bulk of it. You could go and spend all day getting every last bit out, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. You can see the grease over here in the corner. It's almost has the consistency of like earwax. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take Lucas white lithium grease. I'll leave a link in the comments below as to where you can get it. We're going to take it and fill it up about even with the gear that's in it. Then we're going to spread it around. Okay, so you notice that I took it off and put it back on a couple times. What I'm doing is once I've filled it with grease, put the head back in and turned it around, make sure that the gears are hitting all of the grease. If it's not, just add a little bit more. You don't want to add too much because then it's going to add pressure on the motor. And of course now it's reassemble everything, and then we'll put the 5-inch backing plate on from the Rupes right here. And it's funny, it will swap right over. And like I said, we're going to take the Rupes. This is actually a backing plate. This is a backing plate off the LHR 15, which is the compare to for this polisher anyway. It is a 5-inch backing plate, very used as you can see, but again, that shouldn't affect the performance. This piece is aluminum. This is a soft foam with, of course, a hook and loop backing pad. So there's no spacer or anything here. Look at that, it just pops right on. Oh, yeah. Just thinking we still have to put this top on. Reuse the hex nut, hex bolt, whatever, Allen head. Look at that. You can see it's actually has a little wobble to it. I may try a different backing pad just to be sure, but we'll go ahead and slide this back on. So now, wow, it is a huge difference. Wow, that is night and day difference. Let's put a pad on it and see what it does. Let me clean off this surface. Before we do that, I just wanted to show you the balance has changed on the Bauer. Remember how it would barely balance on the very front part right behind the handle? Now it's almost in the same position as the Rupes. Funny how that works. Alright, so now we're going to take our modified Bauer polisher with the Rupes 5-inch backing plate and the Lucas lithium grease that's in the head. It's on minimum speed. So I would say that's significantly improved, but with pressure on it, let's go up to number 6. Wow. Now, is it as smooth as the Rupes? No, but it's probably 80 or 90% there. It's a significant improvement over how it was. And so I think if you were going to polish for hours on end, this wouldn't kill your hands now. You know, it still may not be as nice as using the professional tool, but that is way better than it was. So I think you guys would appreciate this mod. It's a worthwhile mod to do to this polisher. One of the things that I've talked about before is this tool is probably not going to last as long as the Rupes and the Flex polishers that we have. But at the price point, you know, for $100, if you find a coupon, it can be $90. You know, that's money well spent. The Rupes backing plate is about $30, and the Lucas white lithium grease, I'm not sure what that runs, but you can get it on Amazon in the link below. So anyway, if you guys like this, let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, and of course smash that like button. Thanks again, guys, and we will see you shortly.